Alright, today is Easter Sunday, April 9th, and I'm already experiencing unknown factors, unanticipated factors. So I had one of those little sand spurs stuck in my tire, and I'm hoping my slime gel inner tubes are well worth the purchase now, because it was stuck in the tire. I pulled it out. I heard this little sound like air deflating. I'm like, oh, great. Anyway, this building again. I love this building. I want to buy the whole thing. It's metal construction. Some parts. That wood. Looks like they're ripping out stuff. They just stopped. Look, the door fell in. They didn't even fix the door. True, the building sustained a little damage here and there. The roof still looks like in good condition. That's the key. As long as the roof's in good condition and it stops the leaks from inside, that's the key. Although this roof, because there's only a single layer of shingles on it, you can put another layer of shingles, no problem. And I could do that myself. The only thing difference between this building is some of the wood has been ripped out of the windows, and some more of the windows have been smashed. So here's a drive-thru. I don't know. Vixen's has a drive-thru? What's all that about? Interesting. Anyway, more and more buildings have been knocked down here. It seems to be an interesting thing. So I like this building again. I want to buy it. This would be a great first investment building. If I can get it for cheap. I'd like to pay less than $200,000 to tell you the truth, but everything inside here is trashed. So I'll need to put a big dumpster over here. I'll probably need to put an RV right over here. So all the trees would have to be cut down, because I would need this area to park an RV to give me the time to fix this place, because I need to be on site. Or somebody would need to be on site. I can hire someone, they put them in an RV here. Alright, so front tire seems to be holding up. Check my tires for sand spurs. I don't know where I got that sand spur, but it's probably on the beach somewhere. I don't know. That's just the territory you go with. Bicycle on the beach, you have to expect to drive over sand spurs. Terrible. So I did forget my glasses today, which is silly, but quite comfortable out today. There's a front moving through in the next 2 hours, so I thought I'd get out here a little early. That's why it's kind of dark, because these are the clouds that are pushed in front of the front. And the downshift abroad. So I'm seeing a lot of nails, not as many as I've seen in the past. Downshift again. I forgot my glasses. I should have a spare in the car. A spare bicycling glasses. I have a spare reading glasses in the car, but I don't have a spare bicycling glasses. I had one the other day in the car, a spare one. For whatever reason, I like bringing my cordless shaver and charging it on the weekends. I took everything in. I was also doing some welding Saturday morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning. I just couldn't sleep. I said, you know what, time to get up and weld. So I was thinking maybe I should use my sunglasses for welding, but I put on my big, hot, sweaty welding helmet. Now they say you always have to cover up from head to toe, because the enormous amount of ultraviolet light that's given off when welding. Although this wire welder that I'm using, it burns a lot of wire. I burn about an inch a second. It's a pretty good burner, but still developing my welding technique. Welding and grinding go hand in hand. To see how good your weld is, you got to grind it. You practically have to grind it out and then weld it again, and grind it out and weld it again, and keep on doing that until it looks perfect. So long story short, I need to pick up some more grinding wheels to weld it. So when I go garage selling, I gotta look for 4-inch grinding wheels and 4.5 inch. Those are the two angle grinders I got right now. I almost picked up another one this weekend, but they only had $5 on it. It was a good deal. In fact, the garage sale is happening today. I should go there later on. I don't know. I mean, I can only hold one angle grinder at a time. One of my angle grinders, he's got a aggregate saw on it because I needed to fix a leak in my deep end of my pool, and that thing cuts through aggregate like butter. I mean, I just stick it next to it. It cut that pool marsite like it was nothing. And so not only am I becoming an expert welder, I'm becoming an expert deep end pool leak fixer, which I really hate doing. You know, I don't really want to be an expert welder. I don't want to be a pool leak expert. I'm a programmer. I like to excel in my programming. I haven't been doing enough of it. I like bicycle. I want to be an expert. I need to go over West Palm Beach. I was thinking about doing it today, but I got to. Yeah, this income tax baloney coming up. I gotta get that income tax software tonight too. But I forgot today was Easter, so every store is closed. In fact, down at the beach here it's dead right now. It's about 11 a.m. and they got the grills going. Again, I'm very jealous that 2,000 Flavors still in business ice cream. Because this is let's face it, ice cream is the place to go. You got that 239 cafe, you got ice cream sandwiches, that's interesting. 2,000 Flavors. Looks like they're renovating a little bit. Hiring over here. What's that one? Whatever it's called. Here at Lindwall Park. Traffic light here's out, that's interesting. Still haven't made much headway on fixing the bathrooms. I see they peeled back the roof a little bit. Again, we're just gonna. I know Bobwitch's Point is still closed, so I'm just gonna go down here a little bit. I mean, without my glasses on, everything looks a little bit more. I like wearing my ballistic glasses because it blocks, the boats flying in the eyes, the sand spray from the beach. If there was a hint of red tide, the ballistic glasses does a good job when you're bicycling of moving that stuff away from the eye. On the same token, it's kind of nice seeing it with my own eyes. Looks like the tide is high again, which is horrible. I'll keep going bicycling down here. I want to bicycle at least mid-tide so I can bicycle on the beach, but we'll see. See the wind is coming from the west. It probably would be best for me to go south of the beach. Because that way the wind, I am been carrying about a 1 mile per hour headwind right now. I'll try. I'll go down to this hotel up here, Best Western. I'm just looking for property medic. I'm telling you, I need to buy that building. I just want a low ball. I know with me and a couple of friends, we can get that place renovated in no time. Dog barking. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, it's in that car. So anyway, it's the Best Western. Yeah, you gotta hire a good group of people. I don't know what they're doing. They're going so slow. They're paying money to rent this fence. Paying money. I think there's more. collapsing and feeling at the same time. Using the concrete foundation as a base for the RV. And they did a pretty good number of putting in their RV septic lines. And I can see people are making a U-turn down there at Bobwich Point. And we're going to take this little exploratory inlet road because it lets me in. Let's see if we can bicycle here. Just looking out for sandspurs now. That sandspur was in my tire for at least a couple days before I noticed it. I just hope that slime inner tube that I bought 8 years ago, and it's never been used, never been put to the challenge until today. Yeah, people are scavenging. You know, it's sad. This thing fell down. People are scavenging people's stuff inside here. I mean, obviously, it's pretty sad. Look at that. There's tile from the stairs, and then there's an extra box of tile in case those tile break. It's pretty sad. I mean, there is a lot of, like the cinder blocks, that actually is worth some money down here. It's worth at least $6 a piece. And of course, the pavers are worth $10 a piece. So I can see night crawlers around here. There's a sewer line out here? No wonder. Now, if you can get the property on the left or the right of me here, this would be perfect. I would love to buy this property. I mean, I wouldn't even care how much the property is. I would do like the Lethal Weapon, put a trailer here, wait for the next hurricane. Right. I don't see the pirate ship. Which pirate ship usually doesn't take off until like 11. So it's probably still making its way out. I didn't see many people though, parked on Little, or driving into Little Star Island. Okay, the tide is kind of mid-tide, so it may be good. But the one thing I did notice is the humidity is down a little bit. It's kind of rare because humidity is never down by the beach, but right now it is. So it's very clear. You can see a long way. Like I can see Sanibel very vivid. We're going towards Sanibel right now. Look at that. You can see the lighthouse, the causeway bridges. Now people are probably looking out at the water right now for dolphins. Let's see what we got. Oh. So the tide looks like it's going out. This is a good thing because that means that this beach has been hitting some waves, and the wave action has tightened the sand up. Yeah, I'm not experiencing a headwind anymore, so I know I'm following the wind south, which is good. Alright. Let's see. One thing I don't like about these fishermen is that they park themselves so far back and they leave their poles with the line still in the water. Instead of putting the pole at the water, which you should. Pretty cool. These two egrets, big egrets, are waiting for fishermen to finish his fishing so they get big for fish. I'm a sucker for that too. I always give the fish away. It's slow here because I just don't know. I'm looking at the Best Western to the left. Looks like they got the second. They got a couple rooms on the second floor that need to be renovated. The doors are open, so they're probably still carrying out the stench in there. But the first floor is gutted down to the studs. So this basically is the last day of spring break. So people are gonna start going up north. So this is the last day, last July. Seashells look pretty good right now. sand has a consistency of concrete at the moment. It's kind of hard. The tire is kicking it up. It's interesting, actually. So, yeah, it's pretty crowded over here at Lynn Hall Park. There's a little bit more seashells than I would like. Yeah, keep a wandering eye down there. Mid-tide beach is still pretty big. Mid-tide beach and the high tide used to go on one. It used to be a very steep descent. Now it's a gradual descent. Now you can still see when the beach is 2 feet higher in most places on the left. And that's pretty tall sand. It used to be at least 2 feet smaller, maybe 3. There's margaritas over the casa. Set up the tent. It looks like they're trying to get margarita open instead of complaining everything. They want to get the rooms open. Quiet though. It's a quiet beach morning. Everyone's somber. Red and white checker. It's black and white, not red and white. That means. The guy's just making it's actually like a pinkish purple. That's the new signature for Paris. It's got a lot of jet skis that are waiting to be rented. Yeah, looking over towards the left. Still a lot of open space. No one is really put the money down and rebuilt it. Kia Sarah is the cheapest place to park, so people are going to be $10 a day. People are going to be parking there. It's close to this beach restaurant over here. Over there on White Umbrellas. Across from Mr. Tequila, which is on still have to come down. There's still 3 or 4 homes here that don't get it. It looks like people are trying to salvage it, but good luck on that. This hotel here, that's the biggest tragedy. It's still built in the 60s when raw materials were really cheap, so they built it really well. You see this front? portion of the hotel collapsed. They just got to cut that whole front down before that roof brings more of the hotel down. But the problem is that they're attacking it with kid gloves and putting in the team. Diamond Head has a big sign that says now open. Again, Diamond Head is making their repairs to the skeleton crew. You need to, yeah. They should have attacked it. They had a skeleton crew trying to make repairs that 30 or 40 people should be doing. And there are 3 people making the repairs. It's going to take forever. Because those 3 people are being called to put out fires every which way. That's what happens. Then nothing gets done. The 3 people, then upper management says, hey, why aren't you making repairs? Because middle management keeps on drawing us away because they don't want to do the work and we do the work for them. But upper management doesn't get upset at middle management. Upper management gets upset with the lower people because they're just simply to realize that the middle management still has sway over the beyond. And you know, a company like that will go out of business, so it will, that whole building, Margaritaville, will be for sale because they're not being managed by intelligent people. So they will sell that building. So if you're a buyer, you might want to lowball them right now. They're scraping the beach, making big sand dunes. It looks like they're scraping the beach a little bit because I'm noticing some of the beaches missing. They're taking the sand off the beach and making big piles near Estero Boulevard. When I drive back to Estero Boulevard, I'll be able to see that. So people are looking out for those big dolphins up there. Be a shark, that could be a dolphin. Let's see. Oh yeah. They're corralling baitfish. See the baitfish? Yeah, there's a dark wake right there. It's a dolphin. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, they're corralling the fish. Normally when there's a dolphin like that, he's the lead dolphin, and there's a school of baby dolphins that are coming. He's corralling the fish into the shallow water so the baby dolphins have a chance to get the fish. So he's kind of making a crescent arc. It's right there now, straight ahead. He's staying underwater, so he could be, like dolphins do, he could be blowing his bubbles, but I don't see any bubble trails, so he's just lurking. He's trying to move as slow as he can. And again, normally what that happens is that there's a lead dolphin that does that, and then all of a sudden he scares the fish into the baby dolphin pod, and then the baby dolphins are able to feed. Alright, so jellyfish. I did put some sunblock on. I didn't think I would need to because it looked like there'd be enough cloud cover. I mean, there's so much energy in the atmosphere. You have cirrus clouds, high strato clouds, you have cumulus clouds. Well, I mean, all 3 layers of the atmosphere. The tide is still going out. We're still not open yet. They put a lot of stuff on the roof, so now I'm sweating for some reason. The sun's out. Temperature was 80 degrees when I started this morning. But with the sun out, it's probably jumped up to 85, 86 by now. So the sun glare off this beach is intense at the moment. The sun out. Yeah, it's pretty quiet, somber. Humidity is really low. You can see really good. I see that there is some rain hitting. It looks like Vanderbilt Beach, but down the beach. I looked at radar before I came out. See, yeah, they are scraping the beach because I'm seeing that I guess they're trying to fill in some of the low areas. They're scraping from the beach, filling in some of the low areas, which doesn't make any sense. Now, see, look, there's a big pile of sand over here next to Junkaroo. So why is this, which was not here? This is something brand new. Oh yeah, Junkaroo, straight ahead. So we're passing the Fort Myers Beach RV Park. Well, what was one the Fort Myers Beach RV Park, the Red Coconut RV Park. Now it looks like it's going to be pedestrian parking at $5 an hour. Let's face it, Lee County cannot let that get by. $5 an hour, they'll rent out the entire lot. Yep. The Junkaroo now is have big dump trucks on the beach, so they're going to haul the sand on the beach, which makes sense. You don't have to put stress on the roads. There must be more debris. It doesn't look like they're doing any type of like shaker dip sifting of sand and debris. This is what they're scraping from the beach. I don't think they should scrape from the beach. They should technically all the canals are clogged. They really need to go for the stuff in the canals. But of course, that's the sad thing. It seems like Lee County, Fort Myers Beach, they want to tax the citizens to do that. Whereas the beach, they can't tax the citizens, so they're stealing from the beach, basically. Personally, the homeowners own up until the high tide mark. And if you have people stealing from the beach, you should be able to file criminal theft charges against them. Because technically, these beach owners are paying up to the mean high tide. That's a theft. They should be able to file a lawsuit. We'll stop at the church and we'll back. We're going to go all the way down to the beach, all the way down to I forgot the name of the road. And then the old Holiday Inn, which is that name escapes me. It'll come back to me in a second. Alright, there's the hotel, right? There's the church. There is something constructed. So being Sunday, the church has a lot of business. So I doubt they're going to have their drink coolers, but if they do, I'm going to grab them, that's for sure. I mean, today's the day you make half your money. You have a sermon every hour on the hour. And now that the church has been restored, they have a sermon inside the church. That's going to bring a lot of needed revenue. They're probably asking for double donations too. That's what I would do. I see looking to the left, I see the Titanic house is still there. And it looks like someone's trying to do some renovations on it. They're ripping off some of the exterior vinyl or wood siding, whatever that is. Very big around its foundation. I thought it survived, but look at the roof. That tile roof did not survive. So that's a $100,000 expense right now, minimum, to redo that roof. The people who have the stainless steel roofs, which are expensive, or the aluminum raised seam seems to do it. They fared pretty well. I mean, this house here had a raised seam roof, and they lost a little bit, but still, raised seam roof is easy to fix, whereas tile roof made out of extremely expensive tile, probably like $20 a piece. And you have to pick up each tile and lay it. And I mean, you have to clean each section one piece at a time. So you can't just lay a whole section down. If you do, it's going to look like garbage and it's going to come off the next storm. If you do it right, you lay one tile down at a time, clean the area, and prep it for the next tile. And that takes 3 to 4 times more effort than for an aluminum wood tile. Say anything because sometimes first looks are deceiving. So now the sun is looking beautiful out. Like some sunblock. I wasn't gonna put sunblock on. I was gonna risk it. I was running low on my sunblock 50. I said, let me just try to use all I can, but I still didn't use all I can. Still got one more outing I can do. I was going to come out bicycling yesterday, but I spent, until 9 p.m. from 3:30 till 9 p.m. trying to fix my pool yesterday. So I wasn't, the videos that they show on YouTube and elsewhere, they leave out a lot. For one, if you have groundwater pushing into your pool, there's only one way to solve that crap. And well, 2 ways. You could, if you have a main drain, if you have a plug inside your main drain that you can open up and drain the water lower than the outside of the main drain where the leak is occurring, then yeah, you can do that. Drain it for a day, let the substrate dry, and then you could use that hydraulic cement. I tried using that hydraulic cement. It's not as good as the AB. The only problem is that I ran out of the AB, and I only had hydraulic cement. I tried the hydraulic. Hydraulic does harden, but it's like it dries into like a type of like sand. You have to cap it. You got to cap it with AB, so you have to leave some room for a cap, and the cap should be a quarter to, an eighth to a quarter inch thick of AB. I didn't have any AB, so I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go back, drain the pool, go in there, pop that stuff out, and then what you have to do, if you can't drain the pool from the main drain in the middle, and I can't do it to mine because whoever did my pool before in the past, he kind of plugged it. So that means you have to wait for the pressure to equalize. So you still got to clean all the algae out of the pool, all the other gunk, anything that could be causing your lack of visibility. And then you got to take your angle grinder, like I try to use with mine, and you have to grind. You have to grind an inverted V. That's what they say, an inverted V. So to be a lip underneath so that when the groundwater pushes up, it pushes and locks that thing in place. Now, it doesn't need to be a total inverted V. It needs to be kind of like what a W is, because you need to prevent groundwater from coming up and also a full pull from pushing down. So it has to be a W sideways. And that's the way you should make it, so that when you push the AB in there, it'll lock in like that. And what I also recommend is if you have a plastic thing, right before you put the AB compound in there, put a little bit of monster glue along the plastic on the side that you're trying to cap, because that plastic is basically where it leaks. When you push the AB in there, that's only if it's dry. If it's wet, you can't put the monster glue in there. If it's wet, you have to wait until the pool is equilibrium. It'll fill up to the groundwater mark, and then you can only use AB compound. You can't use diesel cement. I don't care what they say. Once you stick diesel cement in water, it turns to a mist, to a cloud of mud. It dissolves almost instantly, so it's useless underwater. AB compound, diesel cement can only be used in a dry setting. When it hardens, it should be waterproof, but it'll start dissolving almost instantly. You need the AB. So anyway, you have to go out and buy AB compound, mix up a generous portion, roll in your hands for about 30 seconds till the mixture is mixed, and then go underwater immediately and squeeze it in place. And squeeze it deep, push it with your thumb as deep as it can go, and keep on pushing until you can't push it any further. And do that all around, and knead it in like that, and then you're gonna have to give it probably about 2 to 3 days to cure. I don't care what they say about an hour. You're gonna give it 2 or 3 days to cure, and then drain the pool down and see if there's no leak at that point. Because you don't want to drain the pool immediately, because the thing is still curing, it'll pop right back, the groundwater will push it back up, because it's not hard as a rock. And once you do that, then you should be good to go. And then you can do your pressure washing. Don't do your pressure washing before that. But you definitely have to clean the environment. You have to clean your work area. So you have to take a wet dry vac, turn it off, put it underwater near your work zone, and turn it on only right above your work zone underwater, just for a brief second. That wet dry before it runs instantly. And groundwater will push more garbage back into your work zone. So it's never going to be perfectly clean. Okay, the guy's name is Wynn. Yes, I remember the guy's name. I looked over at the sand dune here. I thought about Las Vegas, and I thought about the Wynn Resort out in Vegas. So yeah, Steve Wynn, he owns, or his corporation owns, the old Holiday Inn. Oh, it's getting hot here. I don't know whether the tide's coming in, or just the slope of the beach is such that mid-tide and high tide are very close to one another. That's probably what the case is. In this area is not too good. Morning. Hope my front tires aren't running out of air. Yeah, it looks like the tide now is coming in a little bit. Sometimes when the wind changes directions, even at a mid-tide, they'll look like that too. But I don't see the wind changing direction. I do see it. It's raining pretty heavy now down by Vanderbilt Beach, and it looks like the tip of Bonita Beach. I don't see it rain cloud yet heading our way, although I'll get a better view when I turn around and I'll head northward, because I looked at the radar this morning, and the weather is coming from the west to east. So we're looking kind of east right now, so we're just looking at the after effects of the onshore flow. I won't know what's bearing down on Fort Myers Beach until I start heading northbound. So we're just going to where that big mound of sand is down there. That's probably where the Wind Resort is. See straight ahead of us? There's a big mound of sand. That's gotta be Wind Resort. Anyway, that's where we're headed. See, now my eyes are watering like crazy. I think some of the sunblock has perspired into my eyes. Not terrible. I'll stop pretty soon. Right in the eyes. The sand is getting pretty hard here. I don't know if I can make it to it. Hello. Much better. Not 100% better, but as I can see. Oh man, now I got the sniffles. Unbelievable. Sniffles, and it's getting very hard to focus. Actually, I have it on gear 3. I have it on the low gears. I have it on setting 3. So it's kind of tough because it's on the high mid gear 3, but great. Get it to the shift. So easy. Rod. Way up by the left-hand side there of the beach, it looks passable, but I can tell you that the sand is soft. That tire track there says it all. The brow of my hat is dripping perspiration right now. It's gleaming. The sun is hitting it at a good angle. It's like a discotheque here. Now you have some beach, probably the sandbars. So coming in shore here. I see evidence that there was erosion here. Yet the beach is still about 2 feet thick, higher than what it was before Hurricane hit. See a nice big cloud shadow coming up. Beneath the beach being rained on. So that storm is getting big now. It's still raining down by Naples and Vanderbilt Beach, but the rain is extending northward along the coast. I see Lover's Key and all of the beach. All big. It looks like the south end of Bonita Beach. No, the whole Bonita Beach and the south end of Lover's Key, but from the dog walk south, it's being hit by rain. North of there, it's just incredible. Hello. Let's look at this trash can.
this is definitely Wynn's Resort. You can see that big dune over there. All right. Good in the shade. A little sweat.
All right. Yeah, when I was grinding steel, I could taste it in my mouth. I gotta wear a mask, but I sometimes take iron tablets. I'm not taking any more iron tablets in the next couple of weeks. I got my iron intake, that's for sure. All the iron oxide is generated when I grab my steel. I got my iron and zinc for welding fluid. But, you know, strangers think. I can't see where we're going. So the beach is blowing sand. I'm going to be right at my house. See, the community over there, they put a new boardwalk to get to the beach in. Which is nice. You can see Wynn's Resort. Still got a big pile of sand. It's coming down a little bit. And they are pushing sand looks up in front of some of the hotel rooms that had lost the foundation sand. So it's kind of nice that they're doing that. They're filling that big lake behind the Wynn's Resort too. I don't see any evidence. I see what looks like a nature sign in front of that lake. Like it's some kind of wetlands. It's kind of weird. It looks like they also have turtle habitat marked on the beach over there, which is ridiculous as well. So we're going to be looking at these tennis courts. Still let's see if they're still available. Anything has changed. Usually you take this off from here. It's still available. Let's see if option will go. I mean, I can go by Wynn's Resort too. That condo over there next to it, just to the north of it. They don't really fence off the beach, so. They're doing stacking the center up here, and they plan on building a new seawall. I guess that's the intention. They take the old seawall down and replace it with something new. Obviously, molded concrete would be better. It'd be more stable. These, I can tell right now, didn't have rebar in them, so they were just concrete block. You can see that they weren't. They didn't even have concrete poured in the middle. They were just held together by concrete holding them together. In fact, maybe they were just gravity held on. Well, that says it all. They ain't gonna stop anything. They'll stop sand. Maybe they'll go to the ocean, but they won't stop the wave if it hits it. Yeah. They really felt like gravity. Oh, so they're pulling up the rivers here. Lovely. See, that's why concrete driveways are so nice. They survive.
Get ready to go. Nice concrete foundation. I think it's got the PVC inside. Watch out for porcelain. That's good enough. Sunblock in my eyes, that is. Alright, so this is the best way out. So again, let's stand here at the Hurricane Ian. It's definitely rise real estate. Because everything's come down in price. Because it's so sandy, it means it's still well. So, survived hurricane. Let's face it, Charlie in 2004, Wilma 2005. I'm getting all the years mixed up. Hurricane Irma was 2017. Hurricane Ian 2022. Someone corrected me on the years of hurricanes. I was just assuming I was so wrong. Alright, so here's the tennis court. So 2004 was the year we had almost 4 hurricanes every single weekend. That's amazing. Just like in the years 1530 to 1540, they had a hurricane almost every week of the 10 years solid in Florida. So if you own real estate in Florida, this was 1540, 30 to 1540, you would get a hurricane every week of the year for 10 years. So that was some climate to face, right? So again, these tennis courts will never be rebuilt. No one plays tennis. So they're available. Just like this place on the right-hand side is available. There's some people here trying to rebuild it. They spent a lot of work fixing windows. I see a lot of windows on the second floor. But you know what? You got to get a dumpster. You got to clean out the first floor and box it out with wood. It looks like someone is still trying to fix it. I don't know. It's going to take forever. You need a team of like 30 people there. And 30 people is not really going to pay for itself unless you tend to sell the property piecemeal. Theater. This is excellent. They should make a type of Jerry's supermarket out of it. This would be the best use of it. It's got a nice staircase. It's got an elevator. It's got very high ceilings inside the theater, which makes an ample space for it's a stock. And they would stock in store. You don't have to have a back room. Just stock on like one of those hardware store type of very high, tall rack systems, like they have in, like Lowe's, Home Depot. And here's Charlie Brown's restaurant. Beautiful copper roof. It survived, but the roof was really being held on by flimsy looks like 3-inch. I don't even know if they're steel. They look like 3-inch aluminum posts. It's amazing the roof is still there. Here's the outrigger on the left. Again, I still think it's a jewel. It's waiting to be bought. You buy that for $10 million. Yeah, there's another $10 million of renovations, but then you can sell the whole thing as condos for $1 million a piece and make your money times 3. Or at least times 2. This 7-Eleven is the best that survived of any 7-Elevens. This one right here on the right hand side. This should reopen first. I see they already put a new window in. So there's signs that they're doing something here. The 7-Eleven sign survives. Again, this is on the right hand side. They're not approaching this thing correctly. They're not building it. It's a wooden structure. Yeah. This on the right hand side that I want to buy. I mean, I like it and everything. I like that. I like the Property Medic building on Little Star Island actually better, because that one, if you have to get off island, that's better there, and if you have to get on island, I'm not saying that. Here's the Flamingo Inn on the right hand side. Looks like they're ready. They're going to try to reopen this place. We just passed the bank building on the right hand side. Again, nothing's been done. It's for sale. See, people are still selling. There's signs for sale everywhere. You think they're renovation signs, but they're for sale signs. People don't realize how much it costs to renovate. But they don't realize that if they don't rent their property out, the tax man doesn't care. The tax man wants his cut, or he's gonna foreclose. Because the tax man is out for himself. They don't represent the people anymore, which is terrible. They should do away with property tax. They should actually do away with income tax and property tax. There should be no permitting, no income tax, and no property tax. Only sales tax. And sales tax should be reduced to 1% total, no more than 1%. More than 1%, you need to take all the taxing people in line and shoot them in the head. And then everyone will be in agreement. We only need 1%. I mean, literally, all we need to do, and this road is another prime example of government waste. They didn't need a fancy road like this. They needed an asphalt road only. They don't need pavers in the middle of the road. Look at this waste. Look at this big sidewalk. If they had a wide road, asphalt with a wide shoulder, I could be bicycling on the shoulder. People could be walking on the shoulder. They don't need to have this huge, almost highway on both sides of the road to walk on. It's ridiculous. How many people actually walk here? I mean, some people do walk here, but they don't care. They will walk on an asphalt road. They don't care. This is false. This is all concrete. This is expensive. This concrete could have been better used building stuff for the private sector. No, the government had to pay top dollar for it, which means that everyone else now has to pay top dollar for concrete because they're in competition with the government. The government's buying all the high quality concrete at exorbitant pricing, which pushes up the price of everyone else. And so, enough of that talk. Crows are laughing as always. They've been laughing for eons. Looks like someone is marking out the foundation of their new house. That's interesting. Let's see where they're going to put the general slab down. They're going to put the outer slabs, the sidewalk, and thinner slabs. Looks like the foundation slab is going to be 6 inches. The garage will be somewhere between 4 to 6 inches. And then the other slabs will be 3 to 4 inches. I see a lot more signs for sale signs going on. Now I'm facing ahead with again. We're going to go for glory here. Highest gear possible. Right. Again, if you lived out here and you live in a home that's still standing, you're enjoying it. One, you don't have to pay for lawn maintenance because your place doesn't need anything for now. For the next 3 years, no one has to pay for lawn maintenance. I've seen maybe one lawn maintenance truck down here. And I don't know where that lawn is, but they must have got really lucky. I see a lawn over there, these guys. That's beside one lawn. That's it. See again, this property on the right hand side, it's all wooden support, and that wooden support is compromising the entire house. That's sad. And not only that, it's concrete over wooden supports. This property right here, I want to buy too. This is owned by Trek Property on the right hand side. See, call it general contractor. But first, you have to own the land. Unless that general contractor owns that land, and you bought it. Left hand side again, that's it. The house with the basement survives. steel roof. There's a little one damage to it. It's a red painted steel roof. Again, this place over here on the right, all this property on the right is owned by that house up there on the right. That house that's still standing, they own all this property on the right. So they owned it before the hurricane. So they're hurting, but I wonder if they own the property on the left-hand side too. This was the first house that was fixed. And they only did a rough job. I mean, look at the porch. I mean, it's made out of wood. It's horrible. I mean, the whole house is made out of wood. I don't know how that survived. They must have used some really good timbers. I mean, I see some cinder block supports around the timbers on the ground floor. But those are just cinder block around wooden pilings. They did a good job. Whatever they did there. This house again. The right hand side needs to be torn down. This house on the right hand side, they're trying to fix it, but I'm seeing supports that are holding up the balconies that are bent. I guess it's gonna survive. There's no staircase to get up there. I guess you have to use the back staircase for now. So we discovered last week that the treasure chest was only full of books. It was actually empty. There was one book inside of it, but there were books strewn around. So unfortunately, there was no treasure in the treasure chest. And these properties here on the right-hand side. The difference between last week and this week is that they're being graded more. There's more sand dunes on the left side of the street. Looks like there was a house there. More for sale signs everywhere. So business is booming for real estate people. Back in my office, that's daunting. More piles, more properties available to be built. Although I looked at some of these properties, they're asking $500,000 for these empty lots. $500,000 in an island right now that's where market is peak. Okay, I can understand $500,000, but the whole island is for sale. You're not gonna sell these properties, and if you are, there are blind investors that are coming in, really gamblers. I don't know. They're probably gambling not even their own money. They don't understand the local economy here. If Publix is closed, all the 7-Elevens are closed. No one's gonna come here. These are pretty much locals coming here. Locals bring everything that they want with them to the beach. That's it. Locals look for free parking too. They don't want to spend the dime because they're already being charged enough by Lee County government. Good thing about this northern wind is it's cleaning the tears away from my eyes and the sweat. It's cleaning that. There's a lot of people in bicycle though. Just looking at some of these homes again. This home on the right-hand side, they gave up on trying to fix that. They have some kind of it's being nice. This property here, I want to buy too on the right-hand side. So they're trying to take their bicycles down. But some of these easements are too well known. Along on the right hand side there, but it's got a white sticker on it now. It used to have a red sticker. Fire marshal is handing out early Christmas presents. I mean, I don't think the fire marshal should be in control of what people do with their own property. That's a violation of private property rights personally from the fire marshal. The fire marshal should be arrested for that. The building on the left-hand side, the condo, just the first and second floor had damage. If you were the third floor to the fifth floor, the fifth floor you could have had some water damage to the roof, but the third and fourth floor, they pretty much got away. So those two floor, the third floor, for the ones that would be highly desirable next round. Publix says it's reopening soon, but they still have all the lights are on in the building. The inside looks like they're restocking. The whole parking lot looks nice, but they still have their fences up. I don't know why these porta potties are here. There used to be a public beach access on the left-hand side right here. So obviously it's not a public access right now, but I mean, technically it still is. So there's no no trespassing sign. So theoretically, it says no motor vehicles over here. I guess that kills that. I was going to say, you probably park there, but people are parking on the left-hand side for a strand view. So it looks like they don't care. They're just parking there and going to the beach. Both you took a big hit. So a whole bunch of homes on the right-hand side of that road got knocked out. Still see some down by Bayview here. You can still see some evidence of some homes that got destroyed that has not changed since the hurricane hit. Like this home here. I think I came down the street once. Look at that. They still haven't cleared this home. And this is not one home. This is like 3 homes that crashed into one home. So the only thing that's happening is that it's compressing. Gravity is doing its work, pulling everything down to the ground. And on the left-hand side, this home here, this A-frame looking home, the 2 A-frame homes in Sanibel were devastated big time. They need to come down. As well as that contracting firm that was there. See, that's a different house. That's smashed up against that. There used to be a house in front here. That's smashed again. This house was on stilts. They get smashed off its stilts and came to the ground. You see all wooden construction, no good. No good. So not only is wooden construction no good for bugs, but it's no good for hurricanes. All these homes here are all wooden construction. See wooden pillars? That home there is concrete pillars, this home right here. But it's wooden trusses. And to tell you the truth, it could be stucco over wood. I don't know. It could be wood. Actually, it may be wood. It's painted wood, that's what it is. It made it look like concrete, but it's painted wood. See that home there? It's all wood too. It's just concrete over wood. Not concrete, but like CBS blocks over wood. I can tell you because the CBS got chiseled away a little bit. There's wood on there. You gotta make everything out of pre-stressed, so you have to have pre-stressed like telephone poles as your support. And you need at least 15 of them. And either 15 or 20. Some of them going for 25. It's like, and people that are smart have already come to the realization that they can't afford to rebuild, but until they sell their house at the exorbitant amount of money that they want, let's park a mobile home here. Exactly. And then enjoy the beach while we're at it. Mobile home. That'll suffice. You know, if the storm comes, it gets tell the mobile. I mean, again, it's easier said than done. You have to disconnect the mobile home and stuff like that. Vividly Sanibel. Very low humidity right now. A lot of open space. The space wasn't here. Before the hurricane, you couldn't even see the Gulf of Mexico. I don't even know how close I was to the Gulf of Mexico. Now, it's gorgeous. This is like back in the late 70s Fort Myers Beach was like this, probably because there was a hurricane way back then. And I did a number on the sound as well. This man even with these flimsy wooden homes. On Sanibel, except for some areas like Surfrider got hit really hard, Island Inn got hit really hard, a lot of the flimsy stuff, even the colonies survived right under the water. Just the Sanibel lighthouse and the caretakers and the other thing got storage or whatever it was, the machine shop back there. I think if you made your house out of like stainless steel, the support and all the trusses and all the walls and the roofs, and if it was all welded together like that, you would survive. Stainless steel would flex a little bit. This church should be reopened. It's kind of sad. They have a Sunday outdoor service at 8:30. I mean, this church survived, I think, better than this other church up here. It's just sad that they didn't get their congregation together and get this church fixed. I mean, they only have, with this front coming through, I see some patchy rain. They only have about less than a month to go before true rainy season hits. So here's the Titanic house. Take a glimpse at it. Pause the video. So that's the Titanic house. Still standing. Still listing. It's again, the wave pushed it a little bit, so it's about 4 to 5 inches off vertical, listing away from the Gulf, because that's where the wave smashed it and pushed it away from. This person on the left-hand side was fairly expensive, 300,000 RV. Might as well. The problem is the RV is not well insulated, so you're going to hear every single car passing by. Oh, there's a free breakfast over here this Sunday. Wow. I already ate. I had some soup. They still need to do some fixing on this church. But I'm glad to see that they're at least having mass here. The car crowd is not as big, but they used to have about 4 times as many cars here. This church, every Saturday night and Sunday all day long, crowded. This is the church to come to. The other church is the Catholic church down still's not open. That one was huge. This church should make up for it. I think this is the only active church right now on the island. Oh, they're having a sermon underneath the church. That's strange. Let's see if there's any water here. It's sad though. Anybody living in these RVs, these are people that live here to help out the church. So all the RVs you see on the property in the back here, all part of the church, people who work here. They used to live in there used to be buildings straight ahead of us, school and other convents for the nuns and other priests that would help out and all wiped out. This is where they probably have pancake breakfast. There's a body buried armor. That. Let's see what else we got here. There's water so far. Ah, here's what I'm looking for. Let's see, what is this? Sparkling grapefruit. I'll do. Alright, sparkling grapefruit. Can't beat that, it's free. Now, if I was this church, I would have two I would have two. One upstairs and one downstairs. And one on the beach, 3 actually. You could almost fit one here on the parking lot. I'd get as many as I could. And I'm surprised that this church doesn't do whole beach weddings out on the beach. Hello.
Want something to eat?
No, but do you have something sharp I can open this up with? I just cut my fingernails and I'm like, I can't even get in there. There you go, man. It doesn't bite his fingernails. Thank you. It's getting hot again. the sun's out. Clouds are being pushed inland a little bit. When I look behind me inland, it's really cloudy, but looking facing south is where the camera's looking at right now. It doesn't look too bad. Good about fixing leaks in pools is that if the pool is clean and it's a hot day, it's a refreshing type of work, per se. If the pool is clean. I'm going to go for a second one. Try one of these. Oh, that's a pretty performance. Well, I guess this is jackfruit. This is a big one. Yeah. Alright, try one too. Alright, let's see if we can find that. Alright. Yeah, these clouds that are coming in, they are rain bearing. You can see them to the northwest. This is where they're going to have pancakes. Alright, let's see if I can open this can. I'm almost there. Oh, there we go. Jackfruit. That one was grapefruit. This one's jackfruit. It's not too bad. Alright. I'm messing around with the phone. Watch me turn off the phone backs. Alright. I'm still taking the audio by one phone and the video of the other phone. But I am looking for one of those Google Pixel 7 or better cameras. I found out that they have 4K action video and have good sound. So if I can get that, I'll use that as my video taking camera. I thought this 4K camera would work out good, but the audio on the audio actually is okay, but it's a little, it's too sensitive, to tell you the truth. It's made more as a close proximity mic, so it amplifies stuff like wind. And I have to be talking right near the mic for it to really catch me correctly. I'm looking towards to the right, actually, to the north, and I can see that it's raining somewhere in Cape Coral. I can feel the breeze hitting me now. I can smell moisture in it, so humidity's coming back. I can still see Sanibel fairly good though, but I can smell that rain. Fresh rain. So and it is refreshing. This jackfruit's not too bad. Okay, again, just look at all these for sale signs. Somebody ahead who wants to buy this property. Taking a picture of it. It's their property, taking another insurance claim picture. The insurance claim companies are really going to pay on that. No. I see the property's for sale. These people would buy it. I'll tell you right now, unless you let deep pockets and you have the ability to wait 10 more years or 15 more years for the market to recover. Fort Myers is to make money here, you're going to have to rent. And without 7-Eleven or Publix, it's going to be, and without a washer and dryer, you better have a washer and dryer, because the Mid-Island cleaners got wiped out.
that place used to be hopping around midnight. This is just a place. It's going to be a sleepy retirement area until this area builds back. And it is going to build back better. But it's going to take a while. A lot of people have lost a lot of money. Even the homes are still standing. They lost, they built their home for $6 million. Now their home is depreciated down to, well, maybe not less than $6 million, but it's come down to about $8 million. So they're going to have to hold on to it for 10 more years. The price of wood right now is going down. The price of ammunition is going down. The price of food and storage should be plummeting right now because there's such a surplus right now in North America. Food banks are handing out tons of free food because the supermarkets can't sell the food at the exorbitant prices that the supermarkets are selling it for. So I encourage all Americans to go out to food banks and get the free food, because if the supermarkets are going to be scrupulous and try to charge an arm and a leg, then don't buy from them. Just get it when they hand it over to the food bank. Yeah, true, it may be not prime food, but you could waste it. Instead of the supermarkets wasting it, you waste it, and then have the supermarkets that throw in the garbage, and then have them go out of business. And then again, you'll have upstart. There'll be rough stores to begin with, because all upstart companies are rough to begin with. You'll have that secondhand food stores that will come in, drop the prices, kill Walmart. Walmart will go out of business. And eventually those upstart stores, just like Big Lots was an upstart store, and they still are, but they're pricing themselves out of the market. You're going to find a lot of those upstart companies that offer, they first start off as a, not really they'll produce fruit and produce, and then they'll add some freezer space and offer, like fresh filleted fish or something, and ground beef and stuff, and then they start branching out to dry goods, and eventually they become a general store like that. They mature, the prices are going up. Hopefully they can remember how they got to their success. See this bank over here? The people bought it right before Hurricane Ian. They're making good progress on it. Hurricane Ian came. I can look into the vault right now. Still, this thing is still. They need another dumpster here. They just need to clean everything out, throw everything out, and start from scratch. I don't know why it took it so long. Take a couple crowbars in there, a sledgehammer and a crowbar, and you go to work. You get your headphones on, your knee pads, your eyeglasses, earphones. You go in there and you just go to town until it's torn down to the studs. And then you get an air pack in there and blow it out. And then bingo. So the problem is you have places like that because, again, skeleton crew, that's the problem. And a skeleton crew can do the demolition. But they're trying to save all the electrical at the same time that they're doing demo. You can't do that. You can't save electrical. It's going to take 10 times longer to do that. And you still don't know after you're done if the electrical still works. You're going to have to test the electrical. So you're better off ripping it out and bringing the electrical up to code. Wherever that code will be. Because you're going to have a code inspector come in there and he's going to disqualify you. You're going to have to rip it out anyway. So, which is sad. I don't think they should have code inspection. I think it should be, homeowners should be able to put whatever he wants in there. And again, homeowners take on, there should not be fire departments, there should not be police departments. You should have your own, there should be an open carry state. Someone comes to rob you, you shoot them, that's it, self-defense. Like that case in Texas, that patrolman shot that Antifa who pulled an AK-47 and pointed at him. He had the right self-defense, and then the Democrats and George Soros charged him for the crime, and he was in self-defense. Again, an off-duty police officer driving for Uber or whatever he was driving for happened to drive down the wrong road, wrong time. He got accosted by Antifa, who was threatening him with his life, bearing an AK. Again, the Democrats giving him AK-47. This guy was a known felon. Bro, Democrats are arming him. See? CIA, FBI, Democrats giving up. It's terrible. I mean, anyway. You know, it's blatant stuff like that. This guy, Governor Abbott, is been pardoned because that is just like blatant criminality. Anyway, I like this beach connection. The sad thing is, obviously SVN purchased it. They looked at it. Again, all the electrical is shot. The insulation is shot. It's just a shell. That's all. The whole back is torn out. That'd make a good real estate office or a good bike rental, or both. Have a real estate office and a bike rental. Bathrooms would need to be redone entirely. I can see already the bathrooms are too small. And I would just make a single bathroom. I would make a double bathroom. This Royal Scoop should be open. This is the biggest mystery here. I mean, come on. It had a hurricane shutter in front of it. This whole shopping mall should be open. And then over here, the Shamrock. Again, across the street, that hotel there, it's the same major damage. The fence is down. They're not, you need to have a crew of people. The Shamrock, it's washed away over there. The old Shamrock bus has a tree on top of it. Oh, it's sad. This real estate company to the left, that building has to come down. The new roof, but yeah, it has to come down. It's been destroyed inside. It's all wood and print. And then Armando's Day Spa here on the right. This whole block, this should be bought up by, not necessarily a 7-Eleven, but anything. It's prime real estate right near Diamond Head. And then here, Tri-Power Realty owns this building on the right. Fantastic. That survived. They had like hurricane tight doors and windows, so the water, even though it went that high, they only got a little bit of water inside. Probably tile floor. No, shoot, I didn't factor this. I don't know why I don't fix this. Come on. And then over here, Tri-Power also owns this building, which used to be, it used to be a video rental store, and it used to be an arcade before. Wait a minute. It was an arcade, then a video rental store, and then Tri-Power. I would like to rent one room in there for my real estate business. That would be fantastic. They don't want competition. This lot here is a great lot. Again, this lot here on the right-hand side is a free lot. So if you want to park here, go to the beach without paying. It's not necessarily free, but the people who own it are in this building over here on the right, and obviously, now that's interesting. More open space. They knocked down these ugly buildings here, and see this blue building here. This is kind of cool for a real estate office, you know. Although it still has the word demolition at work on it. I don't like that word. But they did demolish this, which is nice. And then here, the Leaky Tiki bought and are opening the restaurant, the Skip One, that big $7 million building right across the street from the bowling alley on St. Carlos Boulevard near Walmart. That's where Leaky Tiki went. So Leaky Tiki on the right-hand side is still here, not here anymore. They opened up a restaurant right where Skip One Seafoods had that $7 million restaurant that went out of business that was for sale for the longest while near Jungle Golf. And then this building here on the right-hand side, it needs to come down. It's all listing and the floorboards are buckling. I'm crashing. Need to fix this sidewalk. On the left-hand side, these places here. That place there they're trying to save, that white building, black shutters, more power to them. There's other buildings there. If you look at them from the beach, they got severely hit. All of them have to come down. That pink one, I'm not sure about, but the ones closest to the beach, both of them have to come down. So this hardware store, this is another sad thing. I would love to own this. It says logo ice cream. I I don't care how many ice cream places you have here on the beach, you need more. This thing got undermined, and a lot of the flooring is completely washed away. So the building has to come down because there's no floor. And the wall here is collapsing. Yeah, that whole hardware store has to come down. There's no way you can salvage it. Absolutely no way. The whole foundation is completely compromised. You can't even put sand in there and call it a day. You have to tear down the building and redo the foundation. This building here, it's on stilts. That's the nice thing about this building. Beach discount liquor coming soon. But where? You're gonna sell it like in an RV? Oh my God, parking's $20 a day. I guess Easter is $20 a day, not $10 a day. Wow, these people are being scalped. That's why those free parking spots are the best. That one down by Leaky Tiki, that little parking lot there, that is a hidden gem. Because let's face it, you're only going to be on the beach 2 hours. No one's going to give you a tip. You're $20 all day, that's not too bad. The beach is pretty full here. People still think Lanikai is the center of everything, but it's not. There's no bathrooms. There's no music per se anymore. So it's gonna, I'm surprised they haven't opened up. I mean, I still see stuff up on the top floor of Lanikai is hanging. Obviously, they're spending all their time renovating the rooms, and more power to them. But the nice thing is about it is that all the property on the canal, Lanikai, is now going to be bought up by the Lanikai. So Lanikai always wanted to buy that property, and now they're going to be able to buy it. This Yo Taco should be open today. I mean, when you're a retail business, you're open 24/7. You're open holidays. This is where you make the most money. These people are silly not to open. If I was a restaurant owner, I would open for today, especially. You can charge twice as much. Ridiculous. So get them on $15 a day. It's Lanikai Park, so Lanikai's making something. It's not enough though. We're gonna make maybe $300. See, people are parking here. Tourists can get away with parking there, even though it says temporary or worker parking only. People used to park over here in this lot on the left, and now it's filled with a big mound of sand. And it looks like Diamond Head it extended their domain a little farther along the beach here. See this on the left-hand side? These used to be empty lots, and now Diamond Head has it, or at least built on Diamond, which is the same as Diamond Head. See this little parking area here on the left-hand side? It says paid parking. What does that mean? Park? I guess you. Oh, I see. They have that little sign there, so you have to. It's at $5 per hour. Used to be free parking. That's where it's going to happen. It's going to be $5 an hour parking everywhere. All those street lamps have Wi-Fi in them. They're tracking it, so they're solar powered. They don't need that much. This Fort Myers Beach Surf Club, which was the Waffle House. Let's see. I'm looking at it right now. It looks like they're stripping everything down inside, but they still have a long way to go. They got the chairs outside. Personally, you have to work on the roof first. I don't know why they're working on the inside. You gotta secure the roof. The roof is first. Once the roof is secure, then you can worry about the inside. If you don't fix that roof there, then now you have more problems. And with rainy season coming up, you can see over there, that's rain over there. It's raining on my house, which is pretty sad. But I'll get that. All the stores are closed today. I can't buy the AB compound. I went to also Pinch and Penny, they're closed on, well, today's Sunday, but they're closed on Easter, so I won't be able to do anything there. Diamond Head, they're going to buy all this land. Hello. This Ocean Jewels, they're gonna end up being bought out. I mean, Diamond Head needs. They may even buy this building and just renovate this building. So whoever owns this building is going to stand to make some nice money. And Diamond Head may even buy out his house, because the person who owns this building lives right there in that blue house. I think his name is John. Let's see what. Let's go for the cruise out kind of fast. Some people are parking down here because there's free parking. Otherwise, they would park down here. Unless they found free parking. So all this property here is owned by one person here. There's a person on the right. I think his name is John. Could be the same guy. That's what happens. Just like the lighthouse here. They bought cheap property, fixed it up, slapped big prices on it, built some additional property, which did survive the hurricanes to some extent. They're still open. I see that the tiki bar under the Lighthouse Resort there, it is packed. And people are drinking. It's not even 12 minutes yet. Maybe 12 minutes. All this property on the left is owned by Lighthouse Resort. Even this property here that's being cleared, it's owned by Lighthouse Resort. So Lighthouse Resort is in buying spree too, just like Diamond Head, just like Mordecai. And big resorts know that now's the time to buy the property, because the hurricane season's coming up. People are going to have to drop their prices even more. Contractors are not going to be building. Insurance is too high. So large companies like that, they have the financial resources. Like this place, they fixed up their place, and this was smart. They're open. So this hotel is open, which is smart. So we can park here. Matanzas Bay. Let's see. We'll drive in this little parking area here. It says no parking 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Well, that's fantastic. So looking over here at Matanzas Bay. And it looks like Matanzas Bay, they tore down their old dock. And they're starting to build a new dock. Wow, and they have a crane. They have a crane and they're putting new pilings in. But their old dock, they tore it down. And not only that, they have no trespassing sign, and they enclosed a lot of their open air area. Still made out of wood, but they did a fantastic job. And their upper level looks like they really improved up there. So, but why aren't they open? Again, the last day of spring break, you'd think they'd be open, but oh well, they're not. Looks like the town of Fort Myers has a little private dock for themselves. There's Suzuki, an outboard Suzuki motor that looks like it's an inboard-outboard motor. Pretty interesting. This parking lot survive. And over here they're doing dock work. This is pretty interesting. Looks like they're going to extend the dock all the way down to Matanzas, which is interesting. And probably the city of Fort Myers is contributing to that. I mean, that's a lot of pilings there and a lot of wood. So these people just parked here for free. They didn't pay the $5 per hour parking. They just parked there and went out for a quick look at the beach, and then they're leaving. That's smart. That's what I would have done too. Here's another thing up here: parking. $10 all day, $5 an hour parking straight ahead. I mean, that's. I guess if you eat here and then you want to go to the beach at the same time, but you almost have to eat first, which is terrible. You really want to go to the beach first and then eat later. Because you don't want to go to the beach bloated, and you're going to feel horrible. You're going to feel like you just want to lounge around. So it's $5 for 2 hours, $10 all day. It's not bad, these both places. We have a bicycle back here, so check out the old M. See what's going on over here. Since we're making again, we're exploring a little bit. Check this area out. Almost
I'm intrigued. I'm gonna go this way. So let's see. This is a ramp. Yeah. Here they store a couple things. Is it wide enough? I'm intrigued. Oh my God. I'm looking for a garbage can. That's the truth. There's a big forklift in here. There it is. Staring right at me. Like it's a monster. Like it's a. Oh, the garbage can's not built right now. That garbage can looks like a Godzilla. But the Coast Guard boat, they're getting that thing ready. Oh, here's a garbage can coming straight out. That's good. So they fixed this whole area. In fact, Moss Marine was one of the first places to fix their place up, which is really nice. Hello. 2 points. It's a free raffle. Buy tickets at off-duty lifestyle booth. They have a little stage here, like they're trying to capture all the Lanakai attention. Wow, this is like a really red grouper bash. Wow, what is this? Wow, red grouper bash. Let's see, winning teams. Oh wow, it's a fishing competition, and then you come over here and eat. This is like a hidden treasure. Let's see. Ooh, 32.8. Fort Myers Marine. First class is straight trash. Wow. It smells like trash over here. I don't know if it smells like that guy over there on his boat. Alright. Wow, see, then you have a whole bunch of stuff over here. Titan Team Flood Zone. I like Flood Zone. I'm surprised they don't have a team called Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian came in first. It's Bash 2003, April 7th and 8th. Gosh, I just missed it because today is the 9th. Well, I wanted to drive by some of these empty roads. So if you live over here, obviously it's going to be noisy right here. Let's see. Beyond this, I love this Will Scott. This Will Scott thing. See, if I bought this for a piece of property, this would be cool. Take off from here so I don't have to put my bicycle down. Yeah, so now it's getting quiet. So this house here would be a gem to buy if you can get it real cheap. See, it looks like they were rental. It looks like 2. I mean, you could put 2 garages in there, but that one base room was converted, or at least the bottom was finished off. Of course, it got destroyed. You can see that they just put, I don't know if they just put windows in or what, but the windows definitely encountered a wrath. There's air conditioning units in there, so there's no central air. There's air conditioning unit over there. That got flooded because water went that high. So this house is as is. It says private property. See, the staircase here got destroyed. 425. So there's only the back staircase to get in. I don't even know if that staircase will hold. It doesn't even have the center support. You know, where most staircases have a center support beam. That one don't have it. So that better be made out of steel. Probably not. So it'd be your life at your own risk walking up that one. But all right. Some of these homes are built nice. Like that house across the way there. I love that spiral staircase goes straight up to the top level. That's awesome. I wonder if that's a look at that. And not only that, you see there's a spiral staircase. See in that roundish kind of you can see the spiral staircase through the glass windows going up too. And that smoked glass is just totally awesome. Obviously that house cost about $6 million to build. And there's somebody on ground level still fixing it. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Wow. On Easter, still fixing it. So that is awesome. So this canal behind all these homes, though, it got filled in by a lot of trash. They need to dredge this thing big time. And not only need to dredge it, they need to build a seawall here. And the seawall should go down 10 feet below the surface of the water, and it should go up 4 feet at least. 4 feet from the water. So now there's 3 feet stuff. It needs to go up 4 feet minimum. 6 feet would be best. So 10 feet down, 6 feet up, that's 16 feet of the seawall. And the seawall should be 6 inches thick. if you can buy in this area would be a hidden gem too. The area that I was just filming in, that's the best because you're near the mouth of the canal, so you can get out. But this again, you go under the bridge and get right out. Get right, here's the back bay here. Usually showing that over there, but you can still see across the water. You see that that boat dock there that got ravaged. That needs to be torn down. In fact, that's like protruding into the canal. All that needs to be that whole dock. All those boats are. I mean, I would like that pontoon boat. That pontoon boat would make an excellent beach, like grill boat. You just put a grill on that with a canopy, and just come up along the beach about 6 feet off beach. Just anchor it in the water, and then put a little ramp, and people can come up on the boat and get their ice cream and grilled cheese sandwiches. I mean, that thing's wasting money sitting there like that. Whoever owns that boat should have been either putting it into operation or selling it. Come on. Leaving it like that ain't doing justice. And that dock needs to come down, the whole thing. I mean, if you think you're just going to rip the roof off that and repair that roof, and no one's going to buy this piece of property with a dock across the water with that little garbage like that. So whoever owns that property ain't going to sell it. So you buy the property across the street and fix it. So this Manatee Bay Inn, they're at least fixing it. I see a lot of white stickers now, so the fire marshal is becoming a little more lenient. That's probably going to file a lot of lawsuits. And again, all the property here you see on the left and right, this used to be built. Now it's parking lot. So there used to be buildings here. Now it's open. So this is sad. Even across the way there. Well, across the way there was a parking lot. There was a building that got knocked down. That building right there, 430 St. Carlos Boulevard, I should check that out too, because that'd make a great real estate office. I gotta remind myself to look at that. That says 430 Old St. Carlos. Gotta remember that one. Where that China shipping container. See that? I could put a mobile home there and get rid of that China shipping container, and that would be my real estate office. Oh, nice. Gotta check that out. I'm wrong. 430 St. Carlos. I'll remember that. I used to own a business at 450 St. Carlos. I think it was 450. So Big Dick's restaurant is open. Salty. This thing is open now. This is amazing. 237 Old St. Carlos. Wow. They did a great job. And then Yucatan, they're still renovating the inside of it. But I like places that are making headway like that. Again, they only have a skeleton team, which is sad. They should have, with spring break, they should have really went the general lab. Hello? The thing is that there's no more cold weather, so on the right-hand side, it looks like they're finally making headway. They're finally getting serious. You just got to throw out everything in the inside. You have to scrape it down. That's how no one's going to rent it, or builders aren't going to build unless it's ready to be built on. See, there's a pink sticker here on the window. I don't understand that one. That one is a serious one. These need to come down. This tropical sunset, the roof collapsed and everything. I mean, yeah, it's got a pink sticker though, which means they're in violation. They got 90 days to bring it into, 90 days. You better have a team of people. And this thing here, let's see what they got. Red or pink sticker. Let's see. I can see that the air conditioning in the upper floor is not too loud. So I bet it has a pink or white sticker on it. Yeah, it's got a white sticker. Unbelievable. A white sticker. And this thing has, the thing is that it has a second floor, and the second floor has an elevator and staircase, and the second floor still has merchandise available to be sold. It still looks like a store up there on the second floor. That's amazing. And it's got a white sticker. Unbelievable. Now this place here, well, obviously, if that white sticker, no. If that had a white sticker on it, I'd be shocked. Anyway, we're not going to go down this road. Are we go out here? I don't think we're going out here. Fort Myers Beach is coming back, but we can't wait till summertime. And now rainy
rainy season is coming upon. This is what you do, like, you fix the roof now, you get it so the roof is not leaking. Like these places here, if they don't fix the roof on these, they're gonna have to tear down the structures completely. They probably have to tear them down. And again, you don't have to pay here. They don't have the signs, so it's free parking. So that's nice. It's free parking here, but they are going to put the signs up probably within a month. So it's free parking now, but in a month's time, they're going to charge $5 an hour because they're going to need $5 an hour to rebuild those bathrooms. So they're not fixing the roofs, and then the whole thing's going to come down. Which is sad. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3. Oh, you have a big one. 1, 2. That's a handicap one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, and 2 of them are big ones. Amazing. Now, the amazing thing is that the West Coast Surf Shop elevator tower that survived, that is going to be an iconic landmark here at Fort Myers Beach. An elevator tower that leads to nowhere. That's amazing. So this beach is crowded here. So I bicycled here earlier, and the beach is really filling up now. So you can see how the boardwalk comes through up here. They need to make a broad walk going all the way to Diamond Head, and it should go like this, around this side, over, and then along the beach all the way, and then put stores in all along here, ground floor. And they should put cafes over there. They could put these little beach stores and pizza parlors and ice cream store along the side here, along the boardwalk, and then a second story, the big restaurants, and then above that they could have the hotel rooms and stuff like that. So, all right, so we got some music going on here. There's an ice cream store over here. It seems to be doing pretty good. Get past this loud music zone. So it's peacetime out, left hand side, nothing there anymore. Again, the Dairy Queen, Pier 1, top of mast are gone. I forget what was over here, but this place over here, again, not open. This is kind of silly. Not open for your retail. Now here's a guy selling ice cream. This is the smartest thing. Hershey's ice cream, proudly featured. Nice. You're gonna make money because people are gonna want. It's a hot day. It's almost near 90 degrees, and people don't care if they're at the beach. It's gonna rain. And they have an umbrella. They jump in the water. $20 for parking here. All right, so we're gonna cut across here. The traffic is light. I can cut across right now. Traffic's late, but the parking lot ahead of us is filling up. I'm still amazed though at the West Coast Surf Shop, the elevator tower to nowhere is still standing. Not only that, it still has the elevator door that would open up to nowhere. If I was Margaritaville, I would buy up that and keep it like that. It could be the tower to terror. You open the garage, you open the elevator door up, and you jump off into a big pool of water or something. That'd be awesome. So again, the smart people on today, Easter Sunday, are open. So the Lighthouse Resort, the Tiki Inn or the Tiki Bar is crowded right now. There's about 150 people along in the bar down there. That's what you have to do, you get them in. They would be smart to have like a happy hour from like 9 in the morning to like 11 in the morning for like beer, half price. And if they charge $3 or $4 a beer, and they went half price, $1.50 and $2. You would be crowded because people are looking for certain time slices of the day to spend their time, and that's a nice area just to hang out, listen to softer music. Like in the evening, they start blasting the music. But early in the morning, the Lighthouse Resort does play music, but they play it a lot quieter. So it makes sitting there a little more easier. And at night, I know, I mean, a lot of people smoke, don't get me wrong. I don't like smoking. I don't like tattoos either, but, you know, I don't like when you're sitting in a place trying to enjoy the atmosphere, and then this big chimney of smoke comes in your direction. I mean, you live in Florida here. Beautiful, clean air. I mean, just breathing the air here is just so beautiful. Well, I have to spoil it with somebody smoking. Alright, so I'm looking straight ahead of me. It's a good time I'm exiting because I see the rain is about a half hour away. I see a big rainstorm. You can see directly in front of me. That's raining in up and down McGregor right now. That's raining Cape Coral, and then to the left, that's raining in Pine Island and in the yacht harbor of Cape Coral. And it's just about to hit Punta Rasa. I can see it in the distance. Okay, looking at Bonita Bills, there's those two boats. One turned sideways, smashed against the pier, and one stuck on the pier. They're open. The bar's open. I see people sitting around there. So that's a place to go to. Dixie Fish Company, they're open. Again, I don't know why Dock Fords is not open. I see a lot of construction materials piled up in front of Dock Ford. I see a construction worker working. Wow, on Easter in front of Dock Fords. Kind of sad. Spring break is over, and now they started fixing their area up. That's silly. Dock Fords is rebuilding their walkway to get up into the rum bar and grill. Now straight ahead on the right hand side, they sold all those boats within a week. That was astonishing. It looks like Olsen Marine may eventually be for sale. That could be a buying opportunity. There's only 4 people living here on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, still it's all destroyed. You can see that places are open though. Again, Vixens, they must be the biggest loser. They opened too late, and they just didn't realize that there's not enough hotels to draw the spring break crowd, and locals don't give a darn about that kind of stuff. But that's the biggest mystery straight ahead of me. That building right there, I should buy. And it's been open to the air for 7 months. 7 months! And no one's done anything. The only thing I would need to know is if the electrical still works. I'll have to turn on those lampposts on the side near the doors there. But I mean, look at the outside building is intact. I mean, that's minor. I could do patchwork to concrete like that. That would take no more than 2 hours, and then let it dry for an hour, and then I'd be plastering on top of it and repainting this whole darn thing. Painting it would take about 1 day to do the whole thing with a nice, well, 1 day to prep and 1 day to paint. And 1 day to take the thing down and do touch-up. So 3 days. Yeah. The roof looks good. The roof looks like it'll last until next hurricane. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video.